All right, so just picking back up the last little part of that review. So the business model canvas. Next, we'll talk about resource assessment, and then finally, you'll create your pitch. In between the resource assessment and creating the pitch, there's an exercise around ways to grow. We won't, of course, do that as a part of your 7 parts of the project, but we will in a Monday class coming up talk through ways to grow frameworks. Of course, you always want to start with your sort of minimum viable product or your launch product, what you need to sort of get the ball rolling. But you want to have a pretty clear idea and indicator of the ways that your business can grow really from the get-go, so that you sort of know what your long-term trajectory looks like and can build that into your strategy planning, such that you're not caught unaware or you don't get to a point where you don't know what to do next, and also so that you can strategically make decisions and choices along the way that might affect certain growth targets or growth patterns. So, the sort of both and push and pull of planning for the future, while also really reacting to and acting in the moment for what's best for the business, and not being afraid to say that didn't work and letting it go and pivoting or moving on to another part of the business. On that note, we'll have a ways to grow framework discussion. We'll also have a discussion around what's pivot mean anyway, and how does that work in sort of startup land when you're just getting something off the ground. There are sort of large and small pivots throughout, and mostly being willing to stay flexible like we needed to do today will be the key to any sort of pivot need or just sticking point where you're kind of stuck in the middle of the road and can't proceed as you thought. Obviously, things like the pandemic create unanticipated pivot points that you couldn't have seen coming, and you really need to sort of step back and evaluate your business model in the context of whatever the new world order, the new reality, or as I keep saying about pandemic, the next normal, not necessarily the new normal because it's ever evolving, but the next normal. So that is the brief lecture for today. We'll keep on keeping on. You will have entrepreneur interviews. There's a whole bunch of one-on-one meetings this week. We will not meet as a group on Friday, which I will remind everybody of. And I will see you synchronously in real time next Monday for sure, so that we don't sort of go too long without seeing each other in quasi-real life. In the meantime, of course, if you have any questions, let me know. Thanks.